Welcome, Wealthwise 84 fam. Let's gear up for a ride back in time. We are about to unravel the hilariously uplifting tale of none other than the genius behind those fancy LV monograms, Louis Vuitton. Buckle up for a funny and fabulous journey that mirrors the enduring quality and style of the iconic brand he built. Now, imagine 1821 in Unzipped, a small hamlet in the Jura Mountains. Little Louis was born into a working-class family where luxuries were as scarce as a hen's teeth. Picture a young Louis running around the French countryside, probably in a baggy blouse and not yet fashionable breeches, totally unaware of his glittering future in luxury. But life wasn't always as smooth as a Vuitton leather for Louis. At a tender age of 13, he embarked on a foot journey to Paris after his mother's demise and his father's remarriage. It took him 2 years, encountering bandits and probably battling more foot blisters than a hike up Mount Everest. But who could have guessed? This formidable journey was just a prelude for a young man set to step into a world of opulence. In Paris, Louis began apprenticing for a successful boxmaker, Monsieur Maréchal. Back then, trunk making was as hot as today's iPhone launches. Louis mastered the art, leaving behind the foot journeys for the glamorous world of Parisian upper crust. Now pause and take a moment here, dear viewers. If you're enjoying this jovial jaunt through history, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Your support keeps this time machine chugging, and we're incredibly thankful for every bit of it. Fast forward to 1854. Louis Vuitton, now a skilled craftsman, said au revoir to his employer, bursting onto the scene with his own workshop. Boom! The Louis Vuitton brand was born, capturing the essence of luxury, quality, and innovation. The golden doors of success flung wide open, yet not without their quirky creaks. The world was demanding, and counterfeiters were as abundant as bad wine in those days. Louis had to grapple with them, but he stood steadfast, a rock in the sea of knockoffs. His brand flourished, much like a rose in a field of dandelions. The lesson: life's got its share of blisters and bandits, but with resilience and grit, you could very well be the next Louis, setting the world on fire, one monogram at a time. Always remember, folks, a journey of 1,000 miles, or in Louis's case, 292 miles on foot to Paris, begins with a single step. All right, hang on tight, because we are diving back into the captivating era of the 1800s. This was a time when France was simmering with change. After facing the upheaval of revolutions and the fall of Napoleon, the country was in the clutches of the Industrial Revolution. This period was like setting a cat among the pigeons for traditional artisans. New machinery and mass production techniques were muscling out the craftspeople, leaving them in a conundrum of conform or crumble. Now back to our man Louis. Let's immerse ourselves in the France of his era. Imagine the whispers of revolution still hanging in the air, the thrum of nascent industry, and the rush of innovation. Amidst this whirlwind, a young Louis set his foot in Paris, a city blooming as the epicenter of art, fashion, and culture. The city of light beckoned talents from all over, humming like a beehive with the bustle of artists, writers, and designers. Louis, with his unyielding spirit and knack for craftsmanship, found himself in the thick of it all. Remember, this was an era when travel was becoming the talk of the town. The burgeoning bourgeoisie class was embracing the allure of exploration. With the advent of railways and improved roadways, people were no longer rooted. However, they faced a pressing predicament: how to carry their couture and commodities with care. Enter Louis Vuitton, the maestro who melded practicality with luxury. Despite the wave of industrialization, he clung to his artisanal roots, crafting custom trunks that cradled the traveler's treasures, making journeys jaunty. However, don't think it was all a bed of roses. France's shifting sands presented their share of predicaments. The counterfeit conundrum was akin to a thorn in Louis's side. Despite these prickly problems, our man soldiered on. His innovative spirit spurred the creation of the unique LV monogram and the distinctive patterns that graced his trunks, making them a beacon of authenticity in a sea of fakes. Now, imagine the cobblestone streets of Paris, echoing with the clip-clop of horses, the humming of new machinery, and the whispers of change. Amidst this milieu, Louis Vuitton, the humble artisan from Jura Mountains, etched his name into the annals of luxury, standing tall as a symbol of enduring elegance and innovation. In the grand tapestry of history, Louis's journey is a vibrant thread, intertwining hardship with triumph, tradition with innovation, and artistry with practicality. His saga stands as a sparkling testament to grit and grandeur, a melodious ballad sung through the ages. As we meander through the modern age, where the click of a mouse whisks us across continents and the world fits snugly in our palm, let's tip our hats to the illustrious Louis Vuitton. In an era marked by change, he charted a course of timeless elegance, leaving behind a legacy of luxury that lights our way, guiding us through the labyrinth of life with style and splendor. Just when you thought it was over, let's dive deeper into the cradle of creation, where the name Louis Vuitton blossomed and the seeds of luxury were sown. Now picture the Parisian panorama once again. Amidst the art and allure, the competition was stiffer than a starched collar on a Victorian shirt. As Louis unfurled his wings in the world of trunk-making, his rivals weren't sitting idly, sipping wine by the Seine. Makers like Goyard and Moynat were also in the race, each vying to be the monarch of monograms and the titan of trunks. The air was thick with the scent of leather, the hum of craftsmanship, and the pulse of competition. Despite this riveting rivalry, Louis Vuitton carved a niche that was as unique as a snowflake in a Parisian winter. The golden feather in Vuitton's cap was customization. Remember, in an era swelling with the symphony of machines, Louis's hands danced to the tender tune of craftsmanship. Each trunk, lovingly lavished with attention, whispered tales of artistry and elegance. This distinctive dedication set Vuitton apart, making his creations the cronies of counts and the pals of princesses. However, every rose has its thorns. The blooming brand was beset by bane, the curse of counterfeiting. The LV monogram, though a beacon of beauty, became a magnet for miscreants. Knockoffs knocked on the doors, muddying the waters of luxury with the sludge of substandard. But worry not, for Louis was not one to buckle. He rallied with the radiant ray of innovation, introducing the damier canvas pattern, a checkered charm that declared the brand's authenticity from the rooftops of Paris. Now, how did Vuitton's voyage vibrate across the valleys of the world? On the sunny side, the brand became a beacon of bespoke beauty. It whispered in the world's ear the wondrous wedding of form and function. Vuitton's trunks, with their flat tops, bid adieu to the cumbersome rounded ones, making stacking and storing a svelte symphony. The world watched in awe as travel transformed, tangoing with elegance and ease. Yet as the sun and shadow dance in the delicate duet of life, the brand's burgeoning brilliance cast a shade of critique. Critics claimed the clamor for luxury cloaked the chills of consumerism and excess. The quest for a Vuitton, they murmured, might muddle the morals, coaxing coins from pockets for the parade of opulence. In the grand kaleidoscope of the world, every story pirouettes with its pros and cons, its highs and lows, and the illustrious tale of Louis Vuitton is no exception. So, dear Wealthwise 84 aficionados, let's unroll the lavish carpet of pros and cons that waltz in the vibrant ballroom of Vuitton's voyage. The pros: innovation. Louis Vuitton stood as a titan of ingenuity. With the heralding of the flat-topped trunks, he gifted the globe a giggle of convenience, banishing the bumbling bulk of the old rounded trunks. This innovation sent shockwaves of simplicity and style surging through the spheres of travel and fashion quality. Ah, the quintessential queen of Vuitton's realm. Each creation was a caress of craftsmanship, a melody of meticulousness, echoing the ethos of excellence and endurance. In a Vuitton, the world wrapped their treasures in a tender embrace, a lullaby of luxury and longevity. Customization. The brand beckoned with the bloom of bespoke beauty. It was not just about possession, but a poetic personalization, a sonnet sung in the unique notes of each holder's heartbeats. The tailored trunks triumphed, trumpeting the tunes of individuality and intimacy. Status symbol. In the Vuitton embrace, individuals illumined in the iridescent glow of glamour and grandeur. It was a whisper of wealth, a murmur of majesty, a beacon that bathed bearers in the balmy breezes of high society and sophistication. Now, as we sway in the sweet symphony of the prose, let's not turn a blind eye to the cons, the thunderclouds that occasionally shadow the golden gardens. Cost. The first cloud on the horizon is the hefty hail of high prices. The brand's brilliance comes with a bounty, a coinage clamor that can crunch the currency and send shivers down the spine of savings accounts. Exclusivity. The Vuitton vessel sails on the seas of selectiveness, often alienating the average admirer. The allure, while intoxicating, is an island, often isolated from the inclusive inlets of universal access. Environmental concerns. The crafting of luxury casts shadows of sustainability questions. The echoes of environmental ethics emerge, eyeing the enterprise with elements of inquiry and expectation. Counterfeit calamity. The counterfeit conundrum clings like a creeper, clouding the clear skies of the brand's brilliance. It's a battle, a barrage against the blight of bogus that befogs the beacon of brand authenticity. Consumerism critique. Amidst the glamour and grandeur, whispers of wantonness waft. Critics contend the crescendo of consumerism, cautioning against the churning currents of excess and extravagance. As we glide on the grand gusts of the pros and cons, let's clasp the clarity they confer. The journey with its jewels and jolts jigs in the jubilant jamboree of life, a ballet bathed in brilliance and burdens alike. But hold the horses. Let's lasso the loose ends of this luxurious legend. Amidst the tides of time, the trials and the triumphs, Louis Vuitton sails steadfast, a resplendent ship in the sea of style. In the grand garden of life, where roses and thorns, sun and shade, pirouette in the poetic dance, Vuitton's tail twirls, a vibrant vortex of vision, valor and victory. But folks, before we bid goodbye to the bylanes of history and hoist the anchor from the ocean of yore, let's bask in the balmy breeze of wisdom. As the whispers of Louis Vuitton's voyage waltz in the wind, let them weave the wonderful warp and weft of aspiration and achievement, creativity and courage in the tapestry of our times. And as the curtain cascades on this captivating chronicle, remember to roam the roads with resilience. Let the lures of laughter light your lanes, and amidst the whirl and whoosh of the world, let the echoes of elegance envelop you. As we waltz away, awaiting our next encounter in the enchanting enclave of Wealthwise 84, let the luminous legacy of Louis Vuitton light your way, kindling the flames of finesse and fortitude in the fiesta of life. In the illustrious words of our epic, till we rendezvous again, always remember to stay wealthwise.